Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh fans. Hello, Utopia duelists. Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. Alright, so guys, two days ago, the dual trial event came out, right? It was late at night. I was thinking about streaming, but then I was like, I don't really know how crazy this event is. I don't know what decks are nerfed. I don't know what are the best decks to use in this tournament. I'm like, let me just piece away this event, get all the gems, and see what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So, believe it or not, I ended up getting 14 wins and only 6 losses. And my friend who was using branded got 13 wins and 7 losses. So, hey, Utopia is up, baby! So, anyways, we're doing right now, we're doing our, Utopia mixes. Honestly, the thing I like about this event is, well, before I talk about that, this guy was really stupid to ask Sage when I already had Sage out on the field. So I don't know if he thought I was going to special summon like Pegasus or something like that, but he should have looked at the board and just saved his ass. So some people were playing kind of retarded, but I feel that this event is really good because there's no RBM. There's no like skill-based matchmaking. Usually in these events, if you're Diamond, you fight Diamond and Master rank players. You know what I mean? If you're Plat, you fight Plat, a few Diamond. But mostly if you're Plat, you may fight Gold and Plat. You know what I mean? But this event, there was no kind of like skill-based matchmaking. It felt like you were just facing anybody and everybody, and it didn't matter what rank they had. You were dueling them. And that's what made the event fun for me. It made it fun for my friends. It made it fun for Super Saiyan and Arrow, Editing 9. I have to say the name 3 times, because this nigga always is on that Dragon Link deck, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyways. Besides all that, I was cooking up a storm. I was comboing, consistent combos, consistent hands. I think I won 5 duels in a row straight, lost. Then I won on a 10 goddamn win streak, which you guys are going to see when I post the next clip. Right? So I'm just merging all the clips together because I finished the event. I got all the gems. It doesn't really make any sense to do the event anymore. I could if you want me to, but I know you guys are just really want to see how well the Utopia deck did in the event. There was you couldn't use Maxx C. So I was like, already, this event is fucking amazing. I'm like, no Maxx C? I'm like, 100% I'm winning this, bro. No shot. It's just, the interesting thing about events is, usually with my deck, it takes me like 3 days to finish the event. I fucking finished this event in like 3 hours. In one night. In one fucking night. I didn't have to play it next day. Nothing. I literally started playing at like 8 o'clock. And then it was 1. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 5 hours. 5 or 4 hours playing this shit. And I just finished the event. The only synchro decks I was facing mostly was like Sword Soul and the Archfiend deck. I wasn't facing like Yusei's deck. I wasn't facing like different variations of synchro decks. Here I am adjusting the deck a little bit, 2 Ashes, and I put 3 Soul Drains. I wanted to use Soul Drain because Soul Drain negates both the Graveyard and the Badness zone. So if they're trying to do consistent combos, so I put 2 Soul Drains, 2 Ash, and I'm just looking at the consistency here. It looks really good. I took out 1 Nib, and then, here I am just adjusting around the deck, trying to see, if I can get the best consistency possible. But man, this event was absolutely insane. The fact that there was just like, Maxx C just shouldn't be in the goddamn game. Maxx C is what is ruining this fucking game. Because if there was no Maxx C, it's not like somebody can activate some shit and then like you can't do anything. You gotta pass your turn. You gotta set, because you don't want them to have like their whole fucking deck in their goddamn hand. You know what I'm saying? No Maxx C makes this game so much fun. If there was no Maxx C, every anime deck, every duelist that builds a 60 card deck, a 50 card deck, a 53 card deck, a 54 card deck, a 48 card deck, a 43 card deck, a 40 card deck can fucking make it to master rank. But when you involve Maxx C on decks that don't need Maxx C, the game is trash. The game is boring. Sometimes I get to Diamond Ring and I don't even want to fucking play, because it's hard enough beating a meta deck when they go second or when they go first. But to involve Maxx C ruins the fucking game, bro. Like, for instance, let's say you're up against a meta deck. Because, okay, let's look at extensions. Let's look at combos. Forget the meta, forget all that. Let's say you're up against Branded. Every card they search is a card they need to do their full board. Same with Utopia. I don't need Maxx C in my deck. I can draw cards with Xyz tactics that I can search from Astrotopia, that I can search Astrotopia with Small World. I can search it with Reinforcement of the Army. I can search it with Prime Math Mech. What else could I search it with? I could draw into it with Magical Mallet. There's so many different ways I can search Astro Utopia or Astrotopia or whatever the fuck it's called, so that I can search Xyz tactics and to get my +5. Decks do not need Maxx C. It's what's ruined the game. And the thing about it is, when you have a lot of hand traps, it ruins your deck. So for Utopia, even if my Utopia deck was a 40 card deck, if I had 2 double or nothings, it bricks my deck. If I have 3 Imperms, 3 Ash, 3 Maxx C, ruins my deck. Because when I want full combo, I don't have full combo and all I have is hand traps. So I have a brick. I can't extend, I can't do anything, I can just set and pass. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, this game does not need hand traps. These tournaments do not need hand traps. And if they're going to decide to keep Maxx C in this game, it should be like, you can only use Maxx C in low ranks. Like when you're gold and anything lower than that, you can use Maxx C. But once you get to plat and when you get to diamond and when you trying to get to masters, there should be no Maxx C. Maxx C should be banned. No cap, bro. Because like, are you winning because of your deck build, your deck consistency, your board, or are you winning just because you have hand traps and you draw into a million fucking cards so you can play around the board? Because you gotta look at people's decks. Some people are so desperate enough to put in 3 droplets in their deck. Dark Ruler, Called by the Grave, Cross Out Designator, all these stupid cards, bro. For what reason? And then you're looking at your deck, you're like, it's a 40 card deck. I shouldn't be bricking, but I have so much fucking hand traps because everybody has hand traps and I'm losing. Look at my deck. I have 2 Ash Blossoms, 2 Nibs, and that's it. That's all I have. I don't have a Veiler and all this shit. I just want consistent full combo. It's already hard enough using a 60 card deck. I need consistent full combo. That's how I got to Diamond 4 and with this deck, and that's how it was consistent. You know what I mean? This event was pretty cool in terms of just building up your board, because since I don't gotta deal with Maxx C, I still gotta deal with Imperm, Veiler, and all this shit, right? But two interruptions to stop my full combo does not stop my full combo. But if you Ash me, Effect Veiler me, and Imperm me, then I have to pass. I can't do anything. No one can play around 3 fucking hand traps like that, bro. That's just mad crazy. Sorry, I just had bourbon chicken and rice. And when I was picking up the bourbon chicken and rice, the woman was telling me that I look really handsome, stuff like that. So I was like, goddamn, you know, like, I don't know, I just give off sexual energy. when it comes to girls. I don't know what it is. It's just like I just want to fuck all the time. But we ain't talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so what do we have here? We have mid board. This is what I like to call mid. It's still pretty strong, but it's mid. You know what I mean? And we have Soul Drain. So most of the time when I first started playing, once they saw Soul Drain, they just quit, bro. Like, you know, Soul Drain can't activate card effects in the graveyard or the Badness zone, nigga. Like, that's cool. That's cool. And then they have to deal with 2 hand traps with a normal summon? Nah, son. I'm smart. Like, when I looked at this event, I'm like, nah, I'm using Soul Drain and full combo. If I get both of them, GG, man. For some reason, this game didn't allow me to use my burner combo. Galaxy Wave was fucking banned. And I was like, why would they ban Galaxy Wave? What? What Galaxy decks are even using Galaxy Wave? Like, they just banned burner engines? I don't know, bro. I saw Master Central's video, and he was talking about how they might be setting up to ban Maxx C and to put a new card that is kind of like Maxx C, but it only works for normal summons. So pretty much somebody could either draw 1 to 2 cards. That's fine, but drawing your whole goddamn deck, bro, makes no sense. I can't wait. I can't wait for them to ban Maxx C, bro. I literally can't wait. Because us players, we're just gonna fucking, we're gonna go ham, bro. We're just gonna go ham. Yo, the beat. I like the beat. So I'm just calm. Sorry, so we're overlaying. We're going into Leo Ray. Future. Then we're going into Draco Malfoy. You know, good. Got the Draco. All right, we're safe now. Anytime I see Draco, I know that's a GG because I need that card to win, bro. If I don't see that card on my board, I get nervous. So this is full Galaxy Engine board. This is just full Galaxy Engine board. Forget the full armor tag. This is just Galaxy board. I want to build a new Utopia deck that is 40 cards, Galaxy Engine with some Burn Engine combos in there. Maybe it's going to be 48 cards, but I want to build a Utopia deck that has a Burn Engine. Last night, I was able to put together Utopia Labyrinth and Utopia Snake Eyes. I haven't used it yet because I don't have most of the Snake Eyes cards, and I don't have all the Labyrinth trap cards and shit like that. So I'm still trying to figure out which trap cards I want to really use. I want to use a lot of Dimensional Barrier so I could just keep consistently stopping them from, you know, summoning their extra deck and shit. And I'm just trying to figure out a new board that I can do that's pretty toxic and pretty gay. Because that's what makes the Utopia deck so much fun. Not only does it have the attack power, it has the negates. Now it has further extension. And it can have an additional normal summon from the deck that I build. I don't know about your decks. But if you're following my genius, then, you know, I'm still trying to figure out a way to make it more gayer, to make it more sick. But I still only want to use, I want to build a deck that, you see, alright, let me break it down to you guys. When it comes to building a board, you want to build a board that beats everything, every deck. Like, it's like chess, right? You want to put them in checkmate. Soul Drain beats every meta deck in this game. Soul Drain, 100. I didn't even read Soul Drain. I just put it in my deck, even though I know what it does. But, like, you know what I'm saying? That's how powerful the fucking card is. That with 3 negates and you can't attack because then your card goes down to 0 and gets destroyed. Bro, that's a broken ass board, bro. I don't even know if I win here. I'm trying to think on... I think I'm gonna go on Galaxy Wave, send Photon Jumper, get Galaxy 100, and then he so he probably thought I was using a Galaxy deck. So he's like, nah, bro, I'm not dealing with that. So this event was great. You're fighting different types of Yu-Gi-Oh players, good and bad. You know, some people, if they have a brick, or if they feel you have full combo, bro, they surrender, bro. And I had a brick last game, bro, and I stole one. So I was just like, full combo, full extension, full badness, full everything, you know. I was ripping it up. But let's take a moment and talk about why your Utopia deck is not doing good. The reason why your Utopia deck is not doing good is because you're going based off of the deck strength. You're not doing what I'm doing to try to give it a little more extension and give it more variety of different things you can do. You know what I mean? Like, you're putting the Utopic field spell where you can just special summon other ones from your deck, but you don't always have that field card in your hand, and then you don't always have the searcher for that card. Instead of wasting a card in your deck with the field spell, you should just concentrate on extension and negates, guys. I'm telling you, like, you should be setting up a board with Abyss Dweller right now, Soul Drain, +5, and then into like all your negates on the field. That's all you need. Cancel the graveyard. That's number one. Cancel the graveyard. Abyss Dweller. Okay. Second thing you need, 3 monster negates on your field. Third thing you need is an extension in case they get rid of your board. Now, if you have 6 Xyz cards on your field, they can't droplet all of those because they'll probably droplet the 3 cards you have, but they still have to beat around the attack power. So, like, that's what I'm trying to say, guys. You guys are not doing consistently. You're going based off the basic strength of Utopia when you could be doing so much more. I want you guys to succeed. I want you guys to get better. I want you guys to make it to Diamond like I fucking did. Was it easy? No, it was not. You know how long this game, what? Master Duel's been out for 2 years now? Right? 2 years to figure out the right card combinations, the right cards in the deck, the right extensions, just to make my deck a Diamond ranked deck. I had to figure out so much shit. I had to go through a whole process of losing and getting better, surrendering and adjusting my deck. Okay, getting laughed at, getting mocked, getting treated like my deck, I'm wasting my time, and I should be using a meta deck. I should be a CP duelist. For those who don't know what CP means, it means copy and paste. I gotta do all these things just to win in a fucking card game. Yu-Gi-Oh is supposed to be fun. No Maxx C, already I'm having so much fun. I can do full combo and they gotta beat my board the real nigga way. They can't beat my board just because of a fucking Maxx C level 2 cockroach card. They gotta really dig deep and run around 3 monster negates and graveyard lockdown. Can't use graveyard to extend anything and win. Now I'm gonna tell you this, Diamond rank right now is hard. Like, I think after I was done doing all these clips, I tried to play ranked a little bit and I was losing the Labyrinth. Boy, I was losing the Labyrinth. I switched up my deck, put evenly matched, then the game didn't even put me up against Labyrinth, brick me, and then put me up against absolute toxic trash. So I put my deck back to where it was and I was winning some duels. But most of the duels, I fucking went 5 duels going second, bro. Getting mixed. Labyrinth is absolutely toxic, bro. That's why I really want this Labyrinth Utopia deck to work for us as a community of Yu-Gi-Oh! And as just a Utopia fan. Like, I want this shit to work. My friend Errol told me about it. He's like, why don't you try? You know? So, like, I'm gonna see how well it works. Because if I can make Labyrinth Utopia work, bro, do you know how gay Utopia is gonna be? Even if you don't even have your Utopia combos. Labyrinth alone wins duels. Labyrinth alone shuts down every fucking thing. It's a guaranteed pop. And they can stop you from summoning shit. They can send your card to the graveyard and negate its effects. It's a consistent, toxic routine that allows players to easily win on your turn going first. So if I could adjust Utopia in a way where I can play no different than them and be toxic, then that's great. I'm thinking about putting Xyz cards that negate trap cards. There's one Xyz card, it's like 2 level 8s to make, which we can do with our Galaxy engine. And we can build, it's like a zombie Xyz card, but it negates trap cards. So I'm thinking about doing that, bro. I'm gonna take Utopia to new heights. I'm even thinking about a Utopia Cyber Dark deck. You know, it's the Cyber Dark Dragon. I'm thinking about all that, guys. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to continue to make Utopia as cool and fun. But like I said, if I'm building a deck, it has to be good. It cannot be half-assed. It has to be perfect. Because you can see in the playlist, I've made a lot of different variations of Utopia. Burn FTK, Egyptian God card Utopia, which is the highest viewed clip in my channel, 2,100 views. I've done so many things and tested out so many things, and that's what's gonna make you guys better duelists. When you think outside the box. When you confuse your opponent and make your opponent, like, is he using a Galaxy? Oh, I'll just negate that. And then, oh, he's using Utopia. What the fuck? You know? Would I ever try to use another anime deck? Well, the only 3 that I've liked losing is the Code Talkers, which is awesome. Playmaker's deck. I think he's a great duelist. Easy combos, and they nerfed the deck for no fucking reason. It was literally tier 2 for the longest time, and they nerfed the deck because of its consistency, but yet it still loses to like certain decks and shit. Loses to Dimensional Shifter, and you know what I mean. It is what it is. But I've used that deck. I love Yusei's deck. His 1-card combo now is a guaranteed W, because you're going to have 4 Omni Negates on the field, plus they can't activate anything on their turn. It's a guaranteed W. But the deck has to be 100% consistent to always pull that the fuck off. In a meta format where there is so many hand traps. It's insane. I've used that deck. When it comes to Jaden's deck, I didn't really like the show. I know there's some Jaden lovers out there, GX lovers. I just didn't like the show. When the show came out, I was like, he's the next king of games. I'm like, okay, maybe it could be interesting, and they still use the same characters from the last show, but they didn't. You know, there was some appearances, you know, Kaiba had an appearance in the show, and Pegasus had an appearance in the show, but there was no Joey. You know what I mean? There was no Atem, there was no Yugi. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to see more. It'd be cool if Yugi like had a school and he was teaching guys. Like, it could be the same theme, but Yugi is the principal of the school and he's learning from Jaden. That could have just been so much fucking better, bro. But I don't know, the show kind of let me down. And the other thing I didn't like about the show is that Jaden came off like he was a what do you call that person? a Mary Sue. Like, he just always won no matter what. He never fucking lost, bro. This guy's just always winning. Like, right when that show started, this nigga always winning. And when I watched a YouTube video on which protagonists have the most wins, bro, he's underneath Yusei, bro. Yusei never, wait, no, Yusei lost a couple times. Playmaker didn't lose at all, and Jaden is like right underneath him, and then it's or no, isn't it Yusei? No, Playmaker never lost. So I think it's Playmaker, then Yusei, then Jaden, and then everybody else is at the bottom. But if you go based off of which protagonist had like the best win ratio, then it's Yusei. And even if you search up like who's the best protagonist out of all of them, they're gonna say Yusei for some odd reason. I don't know why. But Yusei, what I like about some of the protagonists is that they can put together a good deck. They can win without using their deck. Yusei's done it. Playmaker, he never did that. He had to use his deck. Yusei's done it. Yugi's done it. Atem has done it because he had newer cards than what he had when he was the pharaoh back in Egyptian times. And what else? Jaden never had a deck that wasn't his own. Him and Playmaker had to use their deck. Yuma was the same. He had to kind of use his deck, his cards, the Gaga shit. But there wasn't a time where he won a duel without using anything Gaga or number related. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like, I like protagonists like that. And I feel that moving forward in Yu-Gi-Oh, I feel that, like, they should strive to make a Yu-Gi-Oh where they involve the cards that we use now in Master Duel, and you can have a protagonist that use Dragon Links, have a protagonist that use Math Mech, you know what I mean, and just make us feel more connected to the show, because I think that'll make the show great. So right here I'm up against Branded. He summons this card. I don't know if I lose here. I can't remember which cards he pops. It would have been better if he popped Soul Drain, because then he would have been able to do more extensions and actually win. But he was doing all this other extra shit, like just Called by the Grave, and then he goes to attack me. I summon Galaxy Eyes. I banish his card. Then he attacks into that. So the cool thing I like is that I haven't done my full Utopic combo yet. So once I was starting to cook, this guy just quit. I was laughing and I fucked up my combo slightly, because I was gonna do Sage and then go with the Galaxy, and then the trap card activated the graveyard. I've never like activated it in the graveyard before. I wanted to test it out, and then yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And I was like, fuck. But I was gonna use double or nothing, and then just double Shark's little fish monster. I have an extra monster zone, and just kill him. So I guess he realized that, and he surrendered. But no matter what, even though I fucked up, I was still able to do full combo. I'm telling you guys, this event was so easy. And I think it was easy just because the deck I'm using is the same deck I got to Diamond rank. And I know you guys want to achieve that same feat, you know, be the first, you know, feel like, you know, Utopia is not trash and you can actually get an anime deck there. Getting Yusei's deck there is impossible, because Yusei's deck is great, but it bricks bad. The problem with that I don't like with synchro decks is you have to have the specific tuner, you know what I mean? to get your board. It's not like an Xyz deck where you just need the same number to summon, you know what I mean? That's just my take on everything. All I know about this board is I was gonna be able to attack him twice. Then he just surrendered. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if it was an actual Utopia deck, you guys wouldn't have had this extra consistency and extra follow-ups, right? I bust my ass to build the best decks possible to make your lives easier, because I know you guys are just using the standard Utopia shit and it doesn't work. Ending off your board with just Leo Ray and fucking Hope Harbinger and 99 just isn't enough to get you to fucking plat. I'm telling you this right now. Especially in this meta format, you need more extenders, more shit. So I'm just gonna continue to make more, you know, I love Utopia, bro. Utopia was the only deck that ever got me to plat. All right, I tried Yusei's deck, that, and obviously Code Talkers, but I don't think I ever used Code Talkers to get the plat. I only ever used them to get me to Diamond, because every time when I used Utopia, like my old decks, when I tried, it was only strong enough to get to Plat 1, because once I was in Plat 1, the game would only make me go second, it would brick me, it would give me a hand that I can't use, and that was before they had the Galaxy support where they added Photon Jumper and all these cards, right? So, you know, I just didn't have the extra layer of extension to do full combo at the time. I was just doing the basic Utopia Bastille engine shit and just trying to see if it could get me somewhere, but it didn't really get me nowhere. But yeah, that's just what I'm trying to tell you guys, bro. Like, believe in my deck, because when you look at the streams that I did, I was literally using the deck, and not only did I run through platinum rank, I freaking got to diamond rank and ran in diamond and beating up people. I beat up diamond rank players with snake eyes without even full utopic combos. So I'm telling you, believe in the deck. Once you believe in the deck will believe in you, and that's just how it goes. I know I've been talking for 30 minutes and stuff like that, but I really want you guys to win. And I feel that you guys are using these decks, you know, and not really understanding. Like, look, I want you guys to explain this to somebody. They're like, okay, use a 40 card deck and you will get to, it will give you a better chance to get to diamond with Utopia. But yet when you do that, you lose. So how did I do it with a 60 card deck? A 60 card deck with like 2 Ash Blossoms, 2 Nibs in it, and a bunch of other fucking cards that were extenders. How did I pull it off with 60 and you can't do it with 40? It's just I have more extension, I have more follow-up, I have more safety, I have more recursion, and I set up my board so they can't stop it. I don't set up a mediocre board. I set up a board good enough to beat these top level decks. And that's Super Saiyan calling me. What's up, Super Saiyan? Yeah.
What's up, man?
You home right now?
Yeah.
You want to play some Storm?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Alright, make a party and I'll join. I'm just almost done with this clip that I'm posting. I'm just talking in it for, you know, the viewership and stuff. Alright. So yeah, so that's my friend Super Saiyan. He's my rival in Storm. He's my rival in most of the games that I played. I knew the kid when he was 12 years old, and now, you know, he's a senior in high school. So, you know, life is beautiful, guys, but in life, you're put on this planet to accomplish goals, and you're put on this planet to succeed. And anything you are passionate about, whether it's Yu-Gi-Oh, whether it's sports, whether it's, having the highest body count with girls or guys or whatever you like, you have to succeed. You can't just picture it and not ever do it. I was here scratching my head for 2 years in this game trying to figure out what Utopia, what amount of cards is it going to take to get me to this rank. I watched DK. I watched, who else post Utopia video? I watched Atem. I watched a lot of these guys. But they didn't get Utopia to Diamond Rank. They were just in Diamond Rank using the goddamn deck. And it was good. They set up a good board. Had a good clip of them using consistency. But they didn't go all the way from Plat with Utopia all the way to fucking Diamond and Master Rank. They were just showing you a good Utopia deck with good consistency. The first time I ever built a Utopia deck, I watched DK because I never used the Math Mech card. So I realized that was a good extent. Now, I had my deck build. I was just concentrating on my extra deck. And when I saw what Math Mech can do and how it can, you go into Sage and go into Future, go into Draco, and search out a level 4 for my deck, I thought that was amazing. But the thing is, when I tried to use DK's version, it didn't click with me. I couldn't win. I had to do my version. I had to play by my style. And once I was only concentrated on what I can do, and I build my deck the way I wanted my deck to be built, that's when I started winning. That's when I started beating my friends. And that's what you guys got to start doing. I don't care how many times you lose to your friends using meta. You keep figuring out ways to play around the board. You keep figuring out ways to make your deck more consistent. You keep figuring out ways to be the best duelist that you possibly can. And I know you guys can. So whether my deck is going to take you to that goal or whether not, or whether you make my deck even better than it is, it's up to you. But remember this, MVP for the win, and I'll catch you guys later in the next clip.